Hello, this is Bug News, and today we're going to talk about the Wiley Show, Tasha K, Armond Wiggins, and Chelsea and her boyfriend, Von Ray. All right, where do we start? Guess we'll start with the video or the live that was posted on December 25th, 2021. By what's this guy, Conscious TV, and the link will be down in the description because we're going to reference that link because I don't want to, use this content here on this platform, although I have somewhere else where I can use it, but I'm not going to use it here. We'll move to that at on other videos moving in the future. But anyway, this is neither here nor there. All right, so if you haven't heard, it's been going all around the internet. Sometimes, you get all this stuff on the internet and you're watching these different videos after video, but no one actually pinpoints what's going on. So, in Conscious TV, they kind of pinpoint what was going on. So, if you want a very entertaining live detail, please watch. So, before we start, too bad Wiley couldn't see that. Tasha K is gangsta. We can't say he was set up, but we don't know because Conscious TV, if I pronounce that right, he could have been in on it, but we're not saying that. But I just feel this was a setup. All right, so let's go. So as you know, Tasha K had a problem with Armond Wiggins like 3 years ago. So somehow, some way, the Wiley Show is coming up, and she affiliated herself. Well, not affiliated, friended the Wiley. However, she did that, I guess, on panels and things like that. So, what brought all this to a head is the reason why Conscious TV was hosting this because Wiley talked about a guy named. Well, first he talked about a person that works for Tasha K, Chelsea. And I guess she's the person that does the advertising, brings in the money because she used to work for another guy. I forgot, he's pretty popular, but she used to work for him. Chelsea pretty popular herself. I think her name is Chelsea Alana or Alana, something like that. But the thing that ticked Chelsea off was she talked about her man, whose name is let me look at my notes. Sorry, Von Ray, and he is the ex-boyfriend of Latoya Ali, who was I don't even think she had a peach, but she was a sidekick on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I forgot what season, but it was like it may have been season 14, but I don't think it was that season. It might be season 12 or maybe 13. But anyway, so of course, Latoya Ali, she is Canadian born. She was a YouTuber. She was out in Cali, left the guy out there. She's trying to make those clout chase moves, and we don't know how Von Ray is hooked into all this because he's hooked up with Chelsea. So we're gonna say Chelsea. She's in the entertainment industries, but she's in the business side. So she kind of got that puppet master label, but maybe not yet. She's too young. But if she was doing sales for somebody at her age, she knows the business. She knows what she's doing probably on the technical side. She knows how to make the whistle blow when it ain't no air in it, right? So we still don't know how Vaughn puts it on because she also has a Instagram page. This is Chelsea, and it has a large following, in my opinion. And she, appears to be successful. And I wasn't impressed with her page. That's my personal opinion. So to me, she knows what she's doing in this social media sphere. So maybe that's why Tasha K hired her. Yada yada yada. All right. So long story short, Wiley, this Von Ray, because Chelsea, and because Chelsea said something about his mother in relation to crack, and I don't know if his mother was dead or alive, but he was very upset. So I don't know if she went off first. But as you know, I think Vaughn was warned not to associate by Tasha K, not to associate her and Armond Wiggins. He can talk about Armond Wiggins, but don't associate her name with Armond Wiggins. And because her and Tasha K had the beef, and basically what Tasha K is saying, when you put those two together, that boosts her, and then Armond Wiggins will still go back and start talking about her again and boost his stuff. So, you know, it was these two streets. That's how it worked. You know, hey, I'm doing it right now. These people are going to bring their names that will bring in traffic. So that's what she was saying. But she didn't want Armond to get up. But all right, so now if you go look at the video, and we're going to skip out. You look at the video and you start at 41 minutes 45 seconds. This is when Tasha K came onto the live, and she basically called Wiley a liar. And as I explained before, she said, you know, I told you, basically she was saying, I told you not to put my name in your titles with Armond Wiggins, right? All right. So she basically was saying, when you do that, that triggers Armond, because you're supposed to be friends with him, and then he feels that you're being combative again, so they don't want to trigger him. Now, another backstory is that Armond went to Cardi B, was on a party with Cardi B. So some of these, it's funny to me, and it's funny to me because a lot of these bloggers, they don't go out, right? You know what I mean? As they start off in their house or wherever. So they didn't start out going out to these places or hustling out, you know, unlike Bug News. We hustled out pictures, whatever, video, da. So it's a come up to them to be at the party with Cardi B and them. I mean, this is their mindset. Mind you, that, you know, they're wildly successful, but why would it be a come up to you? You have a platform. A lot of these idiots don't know, once you get to a certain thing, you make the star. Forget Cardi B. She famous. I could pick a fool out this crowd if I had some of these people platform and make them famous. So this is just a little educational note. Write that down. When you get a platform, you can make the star. Forget Cardi. So what? You can talk about someone. If you got enough people, they become their shit to pop off. So why? I mean, that was like some excuse my French, N-word stuff for Armond Wiggins to be thrilled that he at the Cardi B party. They ain't gonna come back and talk to you about it. There's a couple other content creators out there that do that. I mean, that's like backwards. That's thinking backwards. You got the power now. Here today, gone tomorrow with some of these stars. One hit wonders, 10-year run, whatever. But you will always, if you have a platform, you will always be able to bring somebody in. Use your leverage. All right, so let's continue on. So now here's where the setup starts. What I mean by setup, this is the power of Tasha K. She knows what she can do. All right, and as we go through, you're gonna see why I say this was a setup. So first, she tried to break bread with him, right? She didn't want to muscle him, she didn't want to put the mob hit out on him, right? The hit job, like they say, a CIA hit job, right? She didn't want to put that on him, but we're gonna get to the point when it got put on him. All right. So at 46:40, a guy named Duval came on, and this is kind of important. So he's trying to remember. I said this is when it starts. Yo, Wiley, you cool and all, but I'm just being a little sarcastic here. But you need to leave us alone. I'm paraphrasing. It's in your best interest. You good. You doing this good. We're gonna help you get to that next thing, right? This the carrot move, right? Remember this. This is the carrot move. So that's not what he said, but he just stated, that Tosh. Basically, what he said was Tasha K is a corporation and Armond is a brand. Yeah, whatever. So Tasha K is not the same person she was three years ago, right? So probably what's happening is Tasha K don't want people or advertisers seeing what Armond Wiggins is going to say. I don't know, because they don't know. They don't know Tasha K. If it's some advertisers or Chelsea going out in these streets trying to get this money, Tasha, I can't get you this money if you keep getting these things with Armond. It don't look good. Don't make you look professional. Corporation. Brand. Why Duval point that out, right? Yeah, man, I call in your show. You know him, man. All this sounds like threats to me, right? So let's go on down to 56:33. All right. I think this is around the time that Chelsea calls in, right? She actually calls in, right? And Chelsea talks to him about. Oh, actually, I think it's 56. No, I take that back. So around 50, 56. I think Chelsea. They said Chelsea's gonna call it. So 58:10, the man started talking about Cardi B and how same situation. Tasha K used Cardi B's. Well, we can't say she used Cardi B's name to bring up a platform. Cardi B's name. She wrote a lot of stories about Cardi B, and her name. Cardi B's name brought traffic to Tasha K's site. This is how people say it. But I mean, as media, if your name is popping, I'm being a little biased here probably. That's what media does. Even don't just look at Tasha K or this YouTube as a YouTube thing. You look at it as media, like if it was a newspaper or whatever. So it's media. That's what is done. All right. So he points that out. But remember, we still in setup mode. We still when we know we don't want to lean on you, Wiley, but if we got to lean on you, we're going to lean on you. So watch these moves because she's done this in the past. Okay, so now, all right, so now I say, in my notes, I say the setup plan takes action. So Chelsea, she talks about the problem. She tries to clear the air. she gives her opinion on Wiley's thought he had why she thought Wiley would be a problem. So Chelsea, Alana, if I'm saying that correctly, is the puppet master in this way. Tasha, I'm telling you. Now, I need you, but, I got to move on if they're going to be messing. Because if Alana getting the percentage of the sales, Tasha K ain't that big yet, so we don't know what Alana percentage is, right? And not Wiley, but Armond could, image of what Tasha K is trying to put out there, Armond could mess that up. I know it's hard to believe, but let's look at what her role is. She's the person that brings in the ad dollars, if I'm correct, but she's the person bringing that. She's behind the scenes, but she's the puppet master. So she's the person that's saying, hey, you good and all, but I ain't gonna starve. So she kind of put a bad word in Tasha K about Wiley could be a problem. Say you the mob boss. Wiley, he cool and all, but we bought this paper over here. I mean, he could be a problem. I ain't saying she's saying this. This is all alleged. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. All right. But these are the words that I'm paraphrasing some of the. They didn't say that, but this is the words that he said at 58:10 in this video. So 58 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's move. All right. So, but she apologized. She said, this is where I was coming up. And then she also pointed out that Wiley was doing at least 3 videos a week. So if Tasha K said it was 2 months ago, maybe, first month, no, let's say before the 2 months she told him 2 months ahead to what it is now. They noticed a pattern and they said, well, he putting out these videos, right? And then he's getting traffic, blah, 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 blah. It's going to show up when just Joe Nobody, she's in the ad thing, is going to show up. Well, what's this right here? What's this? What this guy's saying? You follow me? So this, like I said, this is all alleged. This is all the theory, conspiracy theory. We have no receipts for this, but it's just a thought. So she apologized to Wiley and points that out to him, right? And then Wiley, he was saying, well, relevance was Cardi B party in his last video with Armond and stuff like. But like I said, people doing N-word backward stuff. When you get a certain people, they supposed to be coming to you. I'll give you an example. You want to do the shakedown. You got 100,000 subscribers. You call such and such. Yeah, we want to interview. Oh, really? You ain't gonna give me? Okay, no problem. What you do is you call the guy who he ran up against, and they go, especially if he not that known. You come, yeah. You just do a nice interview. Promote his music. See what happens next time you call them. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, it'll work. All right. Now, all right. So Chelsea, in all this discussion, I'm just paraphrasing what Chelsea pointed out. She said, "I'm ride or die." I'm paraphrasing. These are not her exact words, but she said, "I'm ride or die for Tasha K, and I look out for her bag." And that's why I was saying things about what Chelsea's role is in this Tasha K organization. So around an hour and 6 seconds, Tasha K moves into ops mode. this is when I think what they call it, media hit job starts. All right, and you gonna see why I use those words. And I think she's done this before, but you gotta watch the pattern. And also remember, this is public. Tasha K got a reputation too. She got to uphold. I think I heard one content creator say you're either going to be a bully or you're going to be a gump in these YouTube streets. And she said, I'm a bully. So here we come. Here we come. And the bully. I'm not saying Tasha K is bullying anyone, but I am saying that I think Wiley was put into a position to think about things. That's what I'm saying. And I mean, anyway, let's move on. So Tasha K moves the odds up. Asked did he ever not talk about Armond, as far as the titles and things like that. She reiterated that. So she kept bringing this up. Then she started to get mad, right? She told Wiley he was being messy by putting her name in the title with Armond, right? Regardless of what the subject is, he said he can make 2 different videos again about the two, but don't put them together. So as she said, you can talk about me, but don't put me in with this name, right? It's because people see that, and that people that know the history are gonna click on it. So she said she decided to step back from Wiley. As far as, because she pointed out, now this is like I said, she pointed out, well, Wiley, I gave you all this stuff in the past. This is how you gonna treat me? I'm paraphrasing. And she reminded him of what she did. And of course, she also brought up again that the only reason Armond's bill was popular because those are ones where Armond talked about Tasha K. And then Tasha K started to get ugly. And then at around 1 hour and 14 seconds, this is when the media hit job began. So this is when Von Ray came up. He said he tried to come up under his thing, but Wiley or somebody wouldn't let him in. Now, if they're using StreamYard, which I'm finding out is they have a back chat, and so the reason I'm bringing this up because we don't know if all this is real on the surface or not, or if it's just WWF. And I always say it about some stuff on YouTube, but that will be another video at another point. But this is where take notes. Just take notes. So Ron Ray, he come up, he's playing who he is, and then Wiley knows who he is, but the main host on the platform, wanted the people to know who he was. So he made him talk, made him identify himself. He really didn't go into detail of who he was, but he made him identify himself. So of course, they had a few. Wiley and Ray had a few words. So Wiley pointed out that Von shot up the club, not literally, shot the gun up in the air, put people in jeopardy. I think he got arrested for that. Now, why would somebody shoot in the club? I don't know. So all this ties back to Chelsea, ties back to Tasha. So if you're a guy looking to a woman looking to advertise, you can say, yeah, what kind of guy would do that? And they affiliate with you? All right. So, then Riley pointed at, the guys. Now just mailing up that Ron there charges against him for stalking. All right, so put that down. But he's supposed to be Chelsea's girlfriend. So, but just put that down. Now here come the hit job on Wiley. All right, so Wiley doubled down on what he said about Von, and he didn't say it to his face, but doubled down publicly while Von on the thing. Von came back and he said, well, what about them teenage boys or boy you've been DM to interview on your show? Now he was implying that it was, maybe the DM. When you say DM, people got a perception of, and he said teenage boy, people have a perception that something ain't going on. They ain't supposed to be going on. That was the hit, because at this point he got to defend that, and he really ain't defended. He said he never did it, but what's the guy's name again? Defended him. He stood up for him. Conscious TV. He said, he stood up for him. You can go watch the. I ain't gonna go into all the detail, but he stood up for him. But Tasha K came up and defended Vaughn and said, well, he's in court. We can't say he's been charged, XYZ. But she only came up when she had to make a move, right, to maneuver. But now this is out there about Wiley. It's a hit on his character. Just on speculation. So what we learn? If you got a problem with Tasha K, handle behind the scenes, because the hit is coming. The media hit. Then dude pulling the gun, hey, if you're lucky, it'd just be, a little slap across the face. But anyway, this is Bug News. This is a little tidbit. Remember, this is just for commentary. We're not saying any of this is real. It's all a legend for entertainment purposes only. But please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.